Hey, welcome back. So you could see 20 minutes in, her mid-lengths and ends have lifted to an orangey color, which is totally normal because I used a white bleach and we're not cutting anything out. And this is her underlying pigment, so now it's time to do her regrowth. So I mixed a fresh batch of lightener and I'm just painting it on the regrowth area right here. And the white bleach is not as intense as the blue base, so this is typical. And you could leave it on a little longer too, and that's totally acceptable. Let me just make sure that it's secure. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, so barely anything on my brush, and the goal is to paint on the roots in 15 minutes or less. And then whatever is remaining, I'm gonna go back and do a spot bleach where the hair didn't have a chance to lift properly. And that's it's typical, with these all over blondings. You'll notice that some parts of your hair is going to get blonder than others, and that's totally normal. And so I'm painting on the baby hairs to give her a more, to make it look more seamless. Okay. And this is a perfect example. Look, her twin is in the background. Her twin was able to get this blonde in one go. She didn't have as much underlying orange pigment. So you can see with two people, you could do the exact same formula and their hair is going to respond differently. She, on the other hand, has a little more orange underneath her hair. So it's taking her a little longer, but that's okay. And that's fine. You just got to keep going and just imagine the end result. And I just see the end result being a really nice and seamless golden blonde. Okay. Yes. Just applying the lightener where I see it, stubborn pockets that didn't lift yet. And we're just painting it on. Okay. Yes. Just digging, making sure that it's all nicely saturated. Okay, so this side is good to go. Let's do the other retouch. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, she's lifting beautifully, actually. You just have to be really patient. Okay. That's why I opted for the 30 instead of the 40 for an all-over blonding. It's because I want to keep the hair long. And when you do highlights, you don't leave the bleach on as long because you have the foil as a buffer, and the foil generates the heat. And that's why you can get blonder faster, and that's why the hair doesn't break off when you use the 40, because you don't leave the 40 on for as long. Versus an all-over blonding, you have to leave the bleach on a little bit longer. And and that's why my personal preference is I don't like to use 40 for all over bleach outs. I like to use 30. Okay, so you could see that she has the root line right here, and we're fixing it, making sure that we don't miss any of her baby hairs right here. And let's see. Yeah, it's nicely saturated. Yes. And I'm just feathering it on the product so she doesn't have like a harsh stripe coming in. And yes. Once the top is nice and blonde, I'll go for the underneath hair, and I'm also going to bleach out her hair. But this is actually remarkable. With just one bowl, we were able to get her top section down packed. So this is an example of how sometimes like less is more. Just making sure that didn't miss anything. Yeah, you could see that. Look, oh, look at her regrowth. Do you see how it's already lightening up? This is really cool. So in just a little over 8 minutes, we got her regrowth. And now with my remaining lightener, I'm just going to do a spot bleach where I see there are certain pockets that are stubborn and don't want to lift. Like this, for example, I see that she has some stubborn brown that doesn't want to lift. So we're just going to paint it on where it's the stubborn. I'm adamant about making her blonde without a blue base. So let's see how this turns. And I feel like it's going to turn out well. You can see that she's already getting really light. Just painting it on. Let's see if we can get this done in 5 minutes or less. Okay. Yeah, I already see the orange is softening up, and with just the white base. So you just got to be a little patient with these white bleaches. I know we live in a culture of like go, go, go. Everyone's in a rush, everyone's in a hurry. And I know that the blue base can cut through the orange much faster, but just sometimes it's good to give the white bleach a shot. I like the white bleach. And let's see. Okay. She has stubborn pockets here that needs to be addressed. We're just gonna... Okay. Just massaging it with my fingers. Yeah. All right. So I'm just... And yes, we're just massaging it all through. She's nicely saturated from root to tip. You can see that her stubborn regrowth is already lightening up. So I just need to just check on it, and once it reaches like the gold stage, I will rinse it out. Thanks for watching.